How's it going, everybody? This is BeatTheBush. Some of you have hinted that I might just stop buying toilet paper at some point in order to save money. The day has come, but I'm not going to completely not buy toilet paper at all. I'm still going to buy some, but it's greatly reduced because of this bidet thing that I just bought. Now, I decided to buy the lowest cost one just to test things out first before I plunge into a more expensive bidet. This one goes for about $19 on Amazon. It's basically the cheapest one I could find. If you're interested in this, I'll leave a link down in the video description below. Now, how much can you save exactly for not buying as much toilet paper? I don't know. I'm guessing maybe $20 to $50 every year, depending on how much it actually reduces your usage. Now, this one is not heated, so it might be a little cold in the winter time. I don't know. Winter is coming up, so we'll just have to see. I'm going to unbox this and show you how easy it is to install this, just to take this anxiety off of how hard it is to install, because when I first got this, I'm like, oh my gosh, what am I going to need to do? Do I need to like buy all this new plumbing? I have to run to Home Depot a couple of times. No. You just buy this and all the hardware is included, so you can just go and tap into the toilet. As long as you have some wrenches and screwdrivers, you should be okay. Here's the main unit, some instruction sheets. This is a plastic water splitter. Here's a hose. So all this thing is just a water switch. You turn it on and then you have to manually turn it off. It's not heated, that's why it's so cheap. As soon as you turn it on, this little nozzle thing pops open and starts spraying your behind with cold water. Now over here, there's these things that hooks onto your toilet seat. At the bottom, you connect one end of this hose to the bottom of this bidet, and then on this side, you connect it to the plastic water splitter. This end goes to your toilet tank, and this end goes to where the hose used to go to your toilet tank. So all you have to do is unplug it from the toilet tank, wedge this thing in between, connect this on the toilet tank, and connect the hose so you don't have to do that much plumbing. This is actually the last place I thought I would make a YouTube video, but I did clean things up a bit so that it can look very nice on camera. Of course, the thought of me touching the toilet just kind of grosses me out. So I kept on thinking about this, and it gives me a little anxiety when I'm sleeping. I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to go and touch the toilet. Ugh, this toilet seat thing is disgusting. So I'm using this latex glove over here, and for this particular toilet seat, you gotta remove it so that you can put that other bidet thing in between. So this particular toilet seat, you gotta unlock it this way. You just kind of push it, and then there's like this little nut thing, and then you go over here in the back, and then you just open it up. There's just two nuts over here, and it comes right off. Other toilet seats might have a little Phillips screw and a nut, so then you use various things depending on the toilet seat that you have. This is the nut that was holding it in. You see it fits perfectly. Let me do the other side. Okay, so now the toilet seat comes off. So there are two little rubber rings you need to put onto this nut before you put it on here. I think this is just to make it more waterproof. It says don't over tighten, so you gotta be very careful whenever metal touches plastic, and you just kind of, that's about good. And then this thing, I assume you want it in the center like that. That would do it well. Okay, so right now there's water in this tank, so I need to turn off the water first. Now I'm gonna flush the water. And we want all the water to come out before we go and open up this nut. This nut over here is the water supply line. And hopefully not too much water will leak out. And then I connect it to this T-hose thing. This is coming from the bidet, and I'm going to tighten it a little bit more. I don't know if you can see, put this T thing over there inside and then tighten it. Now this thing is made of metal, and it looks like it doesn't want to be bent all that many more times. I'm going to try to not break it and still connect it back together. So hopefully all that is watertight, and then turn this on. Now this thing's all hooked up in terms of water supply, and I just want to test it out and see what it looks like when I'm turning it on. So let's see. Oops. It just kind of sprayed all the way over there. So whenever you're using this thing, you gotta make sure you're sitting on it, or else if you turn it on without sitting on it, it's gonna just spray everywhere. Not a good thing. Put it in this position over here, and I'm going to put that toilet seat back on. on this side, put the nut back on. Okay, so it seems like this thing adds a little bit of thickness to this. Normally, this toilet seat wants to just sit on top of this toilet, so this little standoff here, it's not gonna touch the toilet seat anymore. So if you sit on it, I don't know, it might bend it a little bit. I'm not too sure. We'll see. So let me just, you know, hopefully it won't spray too badly. Okay, so that's it. There's just two nuts in the toilet seat that you have to remove to take the toilet seat off. The supply line, you just remove that, put the T thing in, and then put everything back, and then you got everything working. This thing costs about $19, so I think you're going to recover the cost of this bidet within about a year if it's just one person. If you have like 4 people in the family, probably a couple of months would already do it. Now the important thing here is, how does this feel? I remember the first time I tried this, it just shocked me so much that I'm like, no, I'm not going to try something like this. It's ridiculous. But in light of being more environmentally friendly and also saving a lot of money on toilet paper, then I'm kind of like, okay, I'm gonna give this another try. So I haven't tried this since I tried it last time. So you're not gonna watch me try this out, but I'm gonna try it out and then I'm gonna come back on camera and then tell you about it. Well, that was actually a shocker. It's colder than I anticipated, and I can see this being much cleaner than, you know, just using toilet paper alone. So just for that fact alone, it might be worth getting this. However, after trying out this cold water thing, it might not be my thing. If you get something that is plugged in, that's always going to have some amount of warm water, that means you're going to have some standby power. So it's going to be like a trade-off. If you want to have a pretty good quality of life, kind of improve it and not kind of shock yourself with really cold water, then yeah, it's something that you need to plug in all the time, and that type of toilet seat that has heated water is going to be a little bit more expensive. One thing about this particular toilet seat, and I don't want to get too in detail now, but it splashes a bit because it's spraying water, and right when it sprays, it's like a stream. It's like a sudden stream right when you turn it on. It's like blasting, and I suppose that it needs to be like that. It can't be like a drinking fountain because that won't kind of wash yourself, I guess. It's like a water gun. It's like a stream that you know, does the washing. I hope you enjoyed this video and that I did not go into too much detail, just enough detail to kind of show you that yes, it is easy to put this thing on, and well, once you do it, it's kind of like a initial upfront cost. It's a small initial upfront cost. As long as it lasts about 1 year, it's going to make it worth it already. If I see it break, I'm gonna leave more information down in the video description below anytime in the future, and just kind of let people know, oh yeah, it failed after you know, so much time left. Don't forget to give me a like on this video, comment down below. Let me know if you already use a bidet and what you think about them. If you're interested in supporting my channel, check out my Audible link down in the video description below, where you can get a free audiobook. And if you don't like this audiobook, you can cancel it before the subscription expires, and you can still keep this audiobook for life, and you don't have to pay a penny. You can also support my page directly through my Patreon page over here, where I offer perks such as help with your credit score or help with your finances. And as always, don't forget to subscribe to my channel over here and click that bell icon next to the subscribe button so that you get a notification whenever I upload a brand new video. Thanks for watching.